Hey guys, today we're going to have a look at setting up a basic matrix. This hopefully will show you how matrices are formulated and how you can apply them to your vehicles, your drivers, or indeed your customers. To set up matrices, we go to Lookup, Finance, Matrices. In this screen on the left hand side here will be any matrices that have already been set up. We're going to set up a new matrix, so we're going to click on the New Matrix button and give this new matrix a name. A description for it. And then coming down from here, we also have a selection of what type of matrix we're going to create. A supplier matrix is a matrix that is going to apply to your suppliers, i.e. it's going to be a cost matrix based on the supplier that you choose. A vehicle matrix is a cost matrix which is going to apply to a vehicle. Finally, a price matrix is the one we're going to use today, and this would be for any prices that you're going to set up against a job. The next box down from here, we can select what we're going to base this matrix on. As you can see from the drop down box, there are a large number of different scenarios we can use to create the pricing matrix. Number of drops, loading meters used on a vehicle, number of pieces or quantity of items. In this instance, we're going to use total mileage. Coming down from there, we have the selection for the unit increase. For this demonstration, I'm going to stick with every mile. Coming down from here, we have the grid where we will be putting in our information about how we're going to price this. Just before I go into that, I want to bring your attention down to the bottom of the screen here, where we can set a minimum price against this. For instance, we can say that whenever we're using this matrix to price a job, we want at least £45 for using this matrix. This means that if the job comes to less than £45, Journease will use £45. Alternatively to that, we can also set a minimum unit where we can say that anything that is less than 10 miles will be classed as 10 miles. Again, for the purpose of this demonstration, I'm going to leave these two as 0. Let's come back up and take a look at this grid. So what we are saying here is we've got our position, we've got a from and a to, which is our miles count, and we can have a price break or a unit price. So for this demonstration, I'm going to say from 1 mile to 10 miles, we're going to charge £50. So that means for the first 10 miles of this job, it's going to be fixed at £50, whether that's 1 mile or whether that's 9 miles or 10 miles. It's going to be £50. We can then increment this to from 11 miles to, let's say, 20 miles, and we can have a unit price here of £3.50 per mile. And extending from there, we can go from 21 miles, and we can carry on building this up as many scenarios as we want. When we get to the last one, we recommend putting a high figure in here to signify this is the end of it. We would usually use 999,999, as it is unlikely you're going to do that many miles in a single job. For this line, we're going to put it at £2.50 per mile. So once we save this, the way that Journease will work once we've allocated this to a job is it will come in and it will look at the grid. If we have the progressive box unticked, in this instance, if we were to do a job for 30 miles, it would look down here and say, well, 30 miles is on this row here, so we'll do 30 miles at £2.50 per mile. If you did a job for 20 miles, it would say that that is on this line here, so it would do 20 miles at £3.50 per mile. Now here's where it gets interesting. If we have the progressive box ticked, This means that you're telling Journease to progressively work its way through the grid. So in this instance, if we did a job for 30 miles, it would do the first 10 miles and charge £50. The next 10 miles, from 11 to 20, it would charge at £3.50 per mile, and the remaining miles would be charged at £2.50 per mile. It would then add all these prices together to bring the final price for the job. Once we've decided how our matrix is going to be set up, we can click on Save the Matrix, and it will save the matrix into our list. Please see our follow-up video on how to allocate matrices to jobs. Thanks for watching.